Well, you better start believing in a cyberpunk dystopia. 'Cause you're in one. The inevitability of a cyberpunk dystopian future is well within our grasps as humanity. Unfortunately, it was prophesized to us, another book or creative work that has come true. But either way, if you don't know what cyberpunk is or what a cyberpunk dystopia is, this phrase sums it up well. It's high tech, low life. So what that means is that you're going to have a lot of nice stuff. You're going to be doing some cool things, maybe, but you're not going to have any money. You're going to be a poor person. You might lose your arm to diabetes, but at least you'll get an enhanced version that you'll never be able to pay off the debt for. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all seems so far away. It seems so far-fetched. But unfortunately, I have a prediction that's going to come true. You can call me Gary the Prophet.
What human would condemn his brethren to such suffering? And why?
But you can say that I have insider knowledge because of my YouTube name. Either way, you're going to have to hear me out. We're going to talk about two things, as always in the episode. The first one being the corporation. Now, to stay on theme, it's pretty obvious what's going on in our world, right? The corporations are getting more and more power. Now, you've played the video games, you've read the media, you've watched the anime. Cool. Great, right? Well, how does this play into our real-world situation? How is this going to happen? How are Militech and Arasaka going to somehow be Google and Amazon? Well, let me explain to you. You've already seen the drones over New Jersey. Remember those? What are these drones? Who cares? Are they aliens? Who cares? You see the drone shows in China. What do they look like? They look pretty awesome, right? How far-fetched is it for you for them to put a gun on one of these things? How, really, think about it. Do you think they can't? You've seen the robot working the assembly line in the car shop. 8 hours, no break. Easy work, right? You think this robot can't hold a gun, point, and shoot it? One of the facts of technology is that before it comes off of the assembly line to the general public, they've done two things with it: sexualize it and militarize it. If it can do both of those, it passes inspection, and then they let us use it as a toaster, or to help make cars, or whatever you want, to pick your teeth, walk your dog, pick up your packages. You've seen it all in other things. Detroit Become Human. Oh yeah, it's gonna pick up my paint for me. Great. You think that's all it can do. You think that's its base level programming, there's nothing behind it. So as Jeff Bezos launches his wife into space, as Elon Musk is about to launch a car that can fly next year, and he's building rocket ships and planning to build a moon colony, you think that they don't want to protect their assets? I mean, really, do you think for 1 second the next step is not to have their own asset protection program that goes beyond a couple of security guards? They can fly spaceships. You think that they can't put a gun to a drone and have it survey the buildings? Guys, they've been getting the inside of your house's data from Roomba for the past 10 years. They have it all. Do you think Roomba is a couple of years away, if not has already sold the layout of all of the information that they have of all of the houses to Lockheed Martin? The data war has been lost by the people. You see it right now. I'm looking at live stream footage of everything that I want online. It's not even just a background, it's just real. Some of it's fluff, but some of it's just straight up, oh, I could just look. You can go online and find cameras in everybody's house if you want to, depending on the country. Honestly, if you live in England, you might as well just throw your phone out the window now, because they got you. They're watching you. It's over for you. You're the starting point, honestly. But how long do you think until Pacifica and Night City become real with Silicon Valley and all of the headquarters over there? You think that Jeff Bezos doesn't want to militarize his own drones to protect his stores and then they're going to go, hey, we can sell these to you. Now, first it's going to be, well, we'll produce some for the army. And then it's going to go right into private security. They're going to privatize their own security drones, their own security robots. Elon's already got brain chips coming out. They're going to privatize their own militaries. Oh, here are my genetically enhanced super soldiers with brain chips that don't miss. Oh, and they have bionic limbs, by the way. It's going to happen, and it's going to be the only people that can afford it. First, the army, but eventually, the rich people who just made $1 trillion deal. Are you paying attention yet? It's 100% going to happen. The corporations are going to become militarized sooner rather than later, and they're going to fight each other. Now, what does this mean for you? Well, if we're already in a cyberpunk dystopia, the facts of the matter are going to be like this. They're going to make you as poor as possible. They're going to make you reliant on every product that they come out with. And this is just naturally going to happen. People aren't even going to care. They're not going to notice it. It's just going to be a natural evolution of things. AI is going to come out, your music, your movies, every single thing is going to be AI. You're not going to have a say in it. Right now, you get a protest by saying, oh, that's stupid online. But in 20 years from now, you're not going to care. Your car's going to be hovering a little bit off the ground. Things get to be a little bit easier. You're going to have some sort of fucking crypto that's injected into your brain when you're born based off of your social class. Ambitious people are still going to rise up. Poor people are going to stay even poorer than ever. They're going to start corralling you into cities that they've deemed worthy of being cities. They're not going to sustain everything, your town with a train and a nice little ice cream shop and a small little Western style village. It's not going to be a thing anymore. It's going to become obsolete because it's going to become a battleground for different companies like BlackRock to buy out so that they can then enlist whatever else they want in terms of some global economic chain factories that they have going on that everybody's going to be a slave to, probably eventually too, but not care about because you're going to be so sedated with the technology that they give you. That's what they want. It's always going to be like that. This isn't some crazy conspiracy, by the way. Look at how we were living 50 years ago, and now look at how we're living now. Every single 10-year-old has 3 computers in his room, a streaming setup, the best microphones, the best headphones, audio mixers. Every single thing that you could want in your house is in your house. You don't have to go anywhere for it. Do you see this? This is a VR headset. Soon it's going to be a little bit more realistic. And then soon it's going to be AR. And then all of your favorite little animes are going to come to life. Maybe you'll get stuck in one too, like an overlord, and you'll be the leader. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be exactly what everybody wanted you to do? Live in a virtual world while they control you from outside. Where do you think any of this is trending to? Do you think that this is all just for your enjoyment so that they can make more and more money, so that they can colonize fucking Mars? You can't eat. You can't afford rent. For some reason, you decided, well, I'm going to move to New York City and I'm going to make it, even though you've never done anything in your life, but that's going to work out. So now you're in New York City and it's even harder than it ever has been to afford anything. So what do you want? You want some more free shit. And you know what they're going to say eventually? Here you go. They're going to make it harder and harder to get shit that isn't free for people like you. You know, you could just go buy a house in Nebraska and 10 acres, but no, I got to make it in the big city. If I can't walk down to the bodega, step on 3 cockroaches, and get catcalled, then life isn't worth living. Things are going to remain the same for you, okay? You're going to stay poor. You're going to get more poor. You're going to become more reliant on big corporation and the Chinese fake market to give you more shit for way cheaper than Amazon can. And then eventually it's going to become an excess market of whatever you want, whenever you want, as long as you stay home in your designated pod. Because that's how you live anyways. Oh, you live in Brooklyn? Oh, with 4 roommates in a 1,000 square foot house that you can't even afford. So what's really the difference going to be? That's the point. You're not going to notice it. You're not going to see it coming. Things aren't really going to be taken away from people like you. They're always going to have been the same. But this is just the natural evolution of the future. The richest of the rich are going to supersede humanity. They're going to wage war with each other. We're going to be enlisted, and that's the new job market. Yes, you're not going to be allowed to clean hotel rooms anymore for $9 an hour. Sorry, that's not a real job. You're going to either have to learn how to program AI or start selling new designer drugs, because there's really going to be no fucking in between. California has already pretty much said, oh, you want to commit crime? That's all right. You can just, we don't have enough time. You have to ascend. The only way to make it out of this is to ascend the social ladder at this moment right now. Because if you do not ascend the social ladder, if you remain on TikTok, if you remain on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, commenting about how things are so hard and it's not fair and you can't afford a house and you only make $12 an hour, instead of getting up and fixing your shitty life, doing something, making something of yourself, trying every single thing that you can in your talent range, in your abilities to make money, your kids are going to be homeless people in 100 years. I guarantee it. I absolutely guarantee it. There is no place for people without skills in the future. There's barely a place for them now. The only place that they're allowed to go is online and bitch about it, which the super rich people are very happy just to let you do that, because that's all you're doing. You're complaining to nobody. Do you think Jeff Bezos gives a shit? He makes $1 billion a fucking second, and maybe he gives a little bit away so he gets a tax break. But other than that, he could walk up to your house right now, pay off all your debt, and set you up for life, and he doesn't. Do you know why? It's because he doesn't give a shit. It means that you have to take care of yourself, and that's it. That's the future. That's your only option to get out of this. Because you're in a surveillance state. You know the rules to the game, but you're still asking for free stuff on TikTok comments. Do you think you're going to get free stuff? You don't even believe in a God. You don't even have somebody to pray for a miracle. You're just somehow hoping one happens, and you don't even believe in miracles. Well, I guess the conclusion's pretty easy. You only have one choice, and it's to beat the system. If you can't outsmart the system when you know what's happening, when the signs are painted on the wall, when they show you, hey, here's my wife, I'm sending her to space, and you sit there and go, well, this is stupid, instead of going, oh my God, I need a fucking second job. And instead of saying, well, I shouldn't need a second job, that's just not right. You're not getting a second job. You're going to be a fucking street kid. You ever play Cyberpunk, the video game? You're going to be the homeless guy walking down the street that I'm double jumping over because you're in my way. That's going to be it. It's now or never. You really don't have a choice. You could sit there and cry about it. You could sit there and say, oh, this guy sounds crazy. All right. That's cool. Good luck with that. I'm going to be fine. I just fucking predicted the entire future for you, so enjoy. Shit, cunt.